We Are All in This Together by Therese Ricketts of Borkham Hills, 2153. Narrated by Janine Penfold. My heart sank with a dark, heavy cloud. Mum's nurse sounded unusually flustered as she explained, with the best intentions of staying calm, there had been a fall and sadly COVID must keep me away. An inaudible phone call, filled with the occasional panicked voice and an odd groan, are seared into my heart. It was a crisp, sunny Tuesday afternoon, May 2020, when a swarm of incredible, diverse angels united in a peaceful manner, and I was channeled through a maze of COVID cluelessness. Mum lay in a warm bed, holding a stranger's hand, afraid. COVID protocols imposed a solitary passage to emergency where strangers from all nations embraced hopeless circumstances. Welcoming kind eyes, sympathetic smiles, a chair, tea, and a cup of water sent signals of fear through my veins. The kindness didn't take away the overwhelming sorrow hearing the unforgiving news of my beautiful mother's dismal prognosis. She wouldn't make it through the night. This couldn't be happening. My heart propelled adrenaline repeatedly through my shaking body. It was going to be Mother's Day on Sunday. My world began to spin in reverse, my brain clouded with clarity and confusion. Weirdly, my body was fenced by an amazing collection of caring people who were all running on hectic from one calamity to the next. And in contrast, at the same moment, there was a peaceful serenity with strangers that ridiculously made me feel safe. I still had not been allowed to see Mum. Complex COVID hospital protocols were fresh, and there seemed to be an expansive reluctance to follow strict new COVID guidelines. My brother waited anxiously in the hospital's emergency car park, respectfully tolerant of new COVID rules. We all continued to stay composed. We wanted to scream while the world slowed to a pace where unnatural emotions brought a flow of trauma through our bodies and brains. I was sitting in the emergency trauma ward, surrounded by strangers. It was bizarre. No racism, no stereotypes, no judgment. Nothing but angels who unknowingly had created the perfect model of a diverse, interconnected community, and they were all looking after me like I was their family. I still had not been allowed to see Mum. The chaos of COVID was cruel. I watched the hustle from my lonely chair, clutching a cup of water that I could barely swallow. And we all waited. The young, red-headed, fresh-faced doctor managed to find the kindest words. I could finally see Mum. Mum was peaceful. I kissed her lovely face. Clarity and vagueness are two clashes that grief owns. It's disorienting. Mum looked beautiful. I noticed Christians, Muslims, Hindus, Buddhists, Taos, Confucians, tribals, animists, Jewish and atheists groups were all accepted with love and compassion in this diverse hospital community any time of the day or night. I welcomed the Catholic priest, who was almost as young as the fresh-faced, red-headed doctor. I was happy to see a young priest who appeared to look uncomfortable, or maybe it was me that was prickly and weird. Stupid thoughts continually ploughed through my head during this painstaking night of hell. Bless Clarity, she kicked in and enabled my foggy brain to regain direction. Mum would be so bloody happy that someone remembered a priest. I didn't. Shit, who did? Faith was so important to our Mum. Did my brother set this up from the car park? Maybe it was simple denial, and my fog just got thicker. The priest sheepishly asked my name as he came into the trauma room and proceeded to slowly unfold his silk purple last rite garments over Mum and asked me if anyone else was joining. Sadly, simply it had to be just me. The priest started the celebration of Mum's last rites, just the two of us, and we said prayers together. Unexpectedly, I heard my name, and heard it twice. Confused, I realised I was the one being given the last rites. Oh no! Blood rushed to my already traumatised brain. I raised my hand like you do in a classroom. I figured he would see me as it was just two of us, and Mum, not 30 kids. Father didn't notice my hand in the air while he continued to give me my last rites. I was trying to think how I could navigate this dilemma without too much fuss. Father still didn't notice my hand up. I was thinking, let it go. No, my brain was blaring. Mum was a woman of strong Catholic faith, and she'll haunt me if I take her last rites. While this was happening, my brain was having small conniptions. I'll have a clean slate if I let him proceed. No! I had to stop this. Mum would never forgive me. Father! I yelled. He was shocked and confused when I told him he was giving me the last rites. He had only been given my name on the piece of paper he was now quietly crumpling in embarrassment. We both continued, but death brings every emotion you can think of to a surface of bubbling uncertainty, and I didn't expect laughter during Mum's last rites would ever be one of them. I was fiercely trying to hold back laughter. I felt like a 5-year-old kid. I know if Mum was awake, she would have been crying, laughing too. Later that night, family were all eventually allowed in to say a really quick goodbye. My husband, brother and I had the honour to be with Mum when she took her last breath. Our Mum had the privilege of being surrounded by many angels who work in such a caring, diverse community of acceptance of religion, age, gender, race, social status, etc., the night she died. Thanks to all the angels at Westmead Hospital. The end.